This is Poke Captain, and you are about to witness Sonic 2006.
Solaris? You mean that George Clooney
Solaris 10!
Solaris 10!
Old school.
No school like the old
Watch
school.
Hey You Pikachu!
Fuck you. Hey, Pikachu's dead. What did they actually call themselves? Like the Poochies? Or was that the name of the one?
The B-O-Y-Z, the B-O-Y-Z, the B-O-Y-Z,
Come to me.
Community Jam.
Ow, ow.
They sound like they're saying Jigglypuff's little thing.
Yeah, they don't actually do anything, they just...
They just say ow, because you went past them.
Well, there is the tower.
This club is closed.
Forever!
Okay.
Okay.
Jigglypuff!
Ass, titties, ass and titties, ass, titties, titties, ass and titties.
Pikachu?
You know, the thing I love about the Shadow Moses is that how they just make the trees, you know? And they're so great and beautiful and everything, and I love trees. But I don't love it when their branches make me not able to see Guy. You know, I want to see the guy. I like the guy more than I like trees.
Yeah,
And I can't see him, and, well, there he goes.
I
And he's
understand
dead.
this feeling. You gotta see that guy.
Sometimes you just want an
To kill a bunch of Geodudes. Look at these Geodudes all dead.
And here we go
Well,
to
you have to hit
portal
the
instead of
King
anything that
Geodude.
makes sense.
That's okay.
So what's that glass you got there, Minibox?
I had some orange juice.
No, I meant what's on the glass.
Oh.
I noticed.
Oh yeah. Back
Oh, it's the
Electro,
Togepi one.
around 10 years ago,
Nidoran,
Welch's Jelly
Venusaur,
had special
Rattata,
Furo, Pidgey,
Seaking, Jolteon, Dragonite, Gastly,
Arbok,
Ponyta,
Arbok,
Vaporeon,
Weezing,
Poliwrath,
Arbok.
Arbok.
Okay, keep talking.
So 10 years ago, Welch's Jelly Jam had a. yeah, I went to a camp there once.
Mistake number one, Welch's.
They had these promotional Jelly Jam jars that had different Pokemon on them, and there were 9 different ones. And what I've got here, I'm using as a glass, is the one that has Togepi on it. So I wanted to get the one that had Bulbasaur on it, because Bulbasaur's a fucking badass and will totally wreck your shit, you son of a bitch. But the only ones I could manage to get were Togepi and Clefairy. So, you know, I drink out of them sometimes.
I don't. This is not my house.
Okay, let's see if I...
This is like that one part in Pokemon Gold and Silver where you had
found
to
him.
collect oranges and then defeat Roblox. You all remember that part? If you do, write it down.
In your copybooks now.
They have to beat Mewtwo.
Yeah, you have to fight Mewtwo.
And you can't really beat him because he's the most powerful Pokemon, but, I mean... You can try.
You can give it a shot. You know, you could have just, cut some onions while she was around. That probably would have that.
Pikachu's inside there. Look. And then, yeah, it's like Pikachu's up there. The flames go away, Pika, and then Mephistopheles, what? What? Returning immediately.
Run, Ilves.
I can control robots.
Robots and Pokemon.
I can't control Pokemon. What the fuck are you talking about? Well,
Maybe together we can control Pokemon.
nah, fuck that shit. Pokemon ain't controlled by nobody.
This is Poke Captain, and welcome to Sonic Unleashed.
That's
10 minutes later,
right
Ash
there.
Ketchum shows up.
The number of the day is
Join
I saw this
Moltres.
Pokemon today.
Tonight, the Phoenix
No,
joined the Choom
that's
Gang.
Ho-Oh. That's clearly Ho-Oh.
It doesn't have the thing on its head, and it
Oh,
didn't cast
yeah.
Sacred Fire even once. I'm saying Moltres.
It's some kind of Pokemon.
It's probably
Dude,
a Pokemon.
think about it then.
Meanwhile,
Pokemon would ruin the world of Sonic. Just destroy. Just no question.
Okay.
Oh no, it's
It's a Pokeball.
Oh no! It's one of those things that eats money. Well, I'm pretty sure that metal was there to tempt you to go to the edge, and then you realize, oh, it's slippery.
Yeah.
Those are like Poliwhirl fan monsters.
A little.
Just by the way.
That's terrifying.
You want trouble?
Make it
That
double.
Pokemon Christmas Bash.
Fire!
That guy's different.
Patagonia.
You know what it would be cool if in that blurb, instead of telling you what the place is, because fuck that.
It tells you
it
what
had
you should
an
be doing.
objective, like
What you should
Right?
be doing there, yeah.
yeah, like
Use
if
the
it's,
boost to get through.
it's like talk to Dr. Pickle.
If things get dicey, use a barrier.
Nasty Graham.
Nasty time, real freaking nasty.
I just like backside 360 with a stiffy.
Backside 360 with an indie.
Pokey Captain,
With an
why are you
iffy
talking about
stiffy.
Sonic having a stiffy?
It's an iffy
not.
stiffy.
It's a
Press square to modify the.
yeah, it's a skater term.
What?
Why don't you skate hard enough? What's wrong with you?
Why don't you stroke it hard
What the
enough?
hell
Skate harder,
is the
Medibot.
entrance?
Look,
What are you doing?
don't even, you don't know fucking shit about Pokemon, okay?
Okay. That's real. See? Yeah.
Aha, you snagged it. Inside was a Pokeball.
You got everything there.
Well, you have all the moon medals.
Pokeball
We have
go!
tons of lives.
And the finisher!
There's Ishin from Team Rocket blasting off again!
Welcome to Sonic and the Black Knight.
Rusty out rock souls. A moonstone.
We gotta go, boys.
Yeah, but now you can evolve like a Clefairy and a Jigglypuff.
Twice.
Don't remind me.
Hey kids, it's Sonic the Hedgehog, and we've got some DLC for you.
So, Kung Fu Jesus,
Yeah, what?
why don't you tell everyone about your Pokemans? Oh, fuck, I
You
fell
know,
down.
the thing about Pokemans is I don't really know a whole bunch about them. I'm learning a lot in my studies. But
What have you learned about the Pokemans?
I've learned that some of them are dumb, and some of them are actually not that dumb. Contrary to my previous belief that all Pokemans were dumb. They aren't. They're actually some of them kind of cool.
What's your favorite Zettai Pokemans?
I don't have enough of an opinion yet, or enough information to form an opinion on who is my favorite, or not, because I've maybe encountered 10. No, that's entirely false. But I've not encountered enough Pokemans to know if I have a favorite yet.
Okay.
Well, okay, so I've just cultivated a batch of Pokemon.
Alright.
I can tell you what they are and what their names are. How about that?
When will you be ready to rejoin us on the commentary?
I'm joining you now. This requires almost none of my concentration. It
Okay.
requires me to hold buttons down. I've been watching everything you've been doing.
Well, hopefully I won't fly into the, that again.
Your problem was last time you jumped over it and then something
Yes.
hit you inappropriately. So anyway, I have an Arceus named Tekkaman. I have a Tekkaman. I have a Kyogre named Orpheus. Yeah, Orpheus.
Okay.
I have a Zapdos named Faust. Finding names is hard for me. In this case, it's because his tiny icon looked like a bouncing either like hay or gold, but he can't actually be gold, so he's fool's gold. His chemical symbol, we all know, is FAU, so that would be Fau. Faust is the only name that I can think of that starts with FAU.
You were putting a lot of thought into your Pokemon names.
It requires a lot of thought, otherwise I won't be happy with them.
I won't be happy with you.
Don't care, you think. It's all about me.
I don't name my Pokemon.
You don't?
Or maybe I do.
Yeah, you do. Moving on,
Oh,
I have
wow.
an Entei named Xanadu.
Nice.
Nice.
Great!
And I have a Regigigas named Destroy.
Destroy rock and roll.
And hopefully
We can skip this part.
Well, I named my Mew Baby because he looks like Baby from DB.
Oh no! I see you're taking down a little tiny piece of shit with a Mewtwo.
A level 1 Mewtwo. As it were. You don't see those every day.
And welcome to a very special downloadable game, Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Episode 1.
Lost Labyrinth. There's no extra E on Labyrinth.
Lost Galaxy Zone.
Because that would make it Labyrinth.
Labyrinthian. Like Corinthian.
No, because you have Lithium, that's L-I-T-H, and then you have Live, that's L-I-T-H-E. So if it was Labyrinth with an E on the end, it would be Labyrinth.
Yeah, except that Lithium doesn't have a Y in it, so your entire argument is dumb.
Well, what if labyrinth is like the plural of labyrinth? Several labyrinth.
Labyrintha.
What if it's Latin and the plural is like labyrinths?
Labyrinths.
I thought that labyrinthe was like an adjective to describe something which is labyrinthine.
What the hell is up here?
Penguins.
I thought labyrinths was like a girl labyrinth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have a labyrinth and the labyrinths.
Yeah.
I thought labyrinth was a Pokemon.
Come one, come all to the carnival.
Come one, come all to my theme park.
Down the Pokeball.
Team Sonic is blasting off again.
We've unlocked Planet Onyx and Planet Catbus and Planet Buckyball.
That looks like a Geodude or whatever it is. Onyx. No, you're right.
And Planet Circular Saw.
So we have these 3 worlds that unlocked, and this bus also unlocked.
So we have Planet Catbus, Planet Onyx, Planet Buckyball, and Planet Circular Saw.
Let's go to the bus. Okay, now we got Onyx.
We got Onyx.
Many glasses of rum punch later.
Hello and welcome to the Mario Party.
The Mario Party.
Mario Party.
You need to get some momentum.
Get in the fridge, no!
Several seconds remain. I'm gonna start raising my Pokemon again, I swear to God.
If you give him momentum, that's a sign of weakness.
Oh, thank you, Cat.
Eat it!
Game over, man. Game
Asshole,
over.
making me put down my Pokemon for that.
Very clever, Mr. Ball!
Yeah, well. Oh, sure. Take forever to hit each other, why don't you?
Yeah, we're.
I'll get my Pokemon. I guess.
Play some Pokemon, yeah. We'll be here a while.
Robin.
Yes!
Fetch the artificial intelligence doing.
Robin! Fetch the joke we've repeated 8 times.
Robin. 8 might be a close approximation to the number of times he's made that joke.
Actually, it's probably about 16. It's probably twice that.
You really want stars, don't you, Medibot? 1v1. Don't
When
touch the
2
electronics.
trainers lock eyes. That's what a battle is.
Well,
it's gonna be Togepi.
he'll be back.
Not again! Still got 17 rings, but then I lose 20 because I failed to hit anyone.
That is so wrong on so many levels.
I see my card, and then beneath it says I have 0 radioactive material.
I have 0 Pokemon.
I have 2
I have no
radioactive material.
Pokemon.
Maybe that's battles? I don't know what that means.
Oh, I bet I know what it is. It's number of items you have.
Oh!
I mean, it looks like an Electrode.
Welcome, guys, to Sonic.
Stupid games done for money. This is a stupid game.
Oh, I forgot that we had a title for our thing.
And it's being done for money.
Giovanni donated $5. Thank you, Giovanni, for both your money and for the horse tweet.
Grazie.
Grazie.
And for being a Pokemon gym leader.
There's a Reddit's thread. to read.
Oh.
Apparently.
What? No, what? But
Wait.
Thread to read.
wait.
Okay, let me see what the. What
You're
the
gonna have to give me the
actual
long
is.
version because I'm lost.
I can leap over men's.
I am an expert on the taxonomy and biology of pocket monsters and host my own radio program on the subject.
Wait, there's what?
Professor Sam Oak.
Good
In
screens.
addition to my research and broadcast commentating, I also mentor a handful of student trainers, and I've created a few
Turn towards the
devices
mic,
to
man.
assist in my research. I've already offered some of my opinions on some of the Pokemon-related subjects brought up before, but I figured I'd do one of these ABBA things.
Just a second.
He's talking about.
Just a second. Is this like from the anime voice or?
I've tried.
Some people call me the Pokemon Prof.
If there's ever something you wanted to know about Pokemon from a scientific perspective or about my life as a researcher, ask away. I should probably mention that all the fields I study are fairly young. Yeah, I bet you are, coming from Reddit. I will try to answer technical questions as best as I can, but keep in mind that, like with all science, there is still a lot of unknowns.
There's a lot of.
Yeah, there are like 28 of them.
So who wants to come over here and ask Professor Oak a question?
Oh, I'll ask him. Am I a trainer?
Okay, so this is how Reddit works: is that there's like this thing, and that's the question.
I know that the dude with the highlight is their OP.
Right. So it's basically a question and answer session, and some stuff is highly rated. So you can scroll through and pick one you like.
Okay.
I've heard rumors of some previously undiscovered Pokemon being sighted off of the coast of Cinnabar. Have you heard anything about this?
Ah, good.
Yes,
Level up.
I've heard a lot of tales from many people, and we've dubbed it the Cinnabar Monster. Our current prediction is that it's a very rare variant of an already known Pokemon, with our current frontrunner being Rhydon, based on descriptions we've been given. It would obviously have to have some sort of aquatic abilities, though. So if it was an offshoot of Lapras, or an entirely new
Oh,
breed
this is
altogether.
wrong. I should not be with the bat.
We'll do two more.
I don't remember the bat.
Oh, this is a very long thread. I'm gonna have to scroll down randomly.
Well, I mean, some things are voted up more than others.
It's like
I think
people like.
Is that how Reddit works? I don't know.
These were all posted a year ago.
You're all posted a year ago.
I'm gonna stick my dick in your mom.
There's no way this is correct. I'm going through this mansion all wrong.
That. Oh.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, here we go.
One thing I've always found very interesting is the sheer amount of change that a Magikarp undergoes during its change to a Gyarados. Few Pokemon goes through such a change. Can you list the reasons why the change is so drastic without any sort of a middle evolution?
Sorry.
Yeah, that was just.
So that's the end of Castlevania 2.
Did you beat it?
No, I lost all my hearts now.
Oh.
Yeah.
This
just
is
bought
one of the
things,
more
though. That was-
interesting things we face in the field of evolution. It should really have been called
'Cause there's-
metamorphosis.
I mean, there's just never a reason to go that direction. I should.
Rowan is the expert on evolution, and his current theory is that Pokemon gravitate to using their stored up energy to reach more complete states based on their own aspirations. Magikarp is a very dramatic change because its weak nature means that it endures a lot of hardship, which it stores as anger. Eventually, this
And
rolls over
sometimes
so
it
much as to
destroys
cause
the
a very
platform.
sudden reversal.
Instead of
How the
like
actual
revealing
mechanics
a.
work, we're still not very sure, but we know that it has a lot to do with the mentality the pre-evolved form has. Sometimes, though, some evolutions need an extra trigger. Take Seabass, for instance. Its unattractive appearance leads to pursue beauty, so it requires growth through beauty, not just regular training to evolve.
I wonder if this is a pit.
Okay, this sucks. We're done.
Yeah, I agree. Stupid condition. People were actually no. Spinning was complaining. I expect them to. I mean, I would be complaining.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have to go that way at all.
$5 from Blastoise M with a horse ebooks request. And Medibot, what is your favorite Pokemon from each generation and why?
Ooh.
Okay, Gen 1, if I can be perfectly honest, it probably is Cloyster. Because back in elementary school I was the Ice-type gym leader. And basically no one could solve Cloyster.
Oh, there's one other thing that I should show you about these frogmen. Even though they look like the regular kind, they spit like the fast kind. So
Gen 1 is
They're very
Cloyster. Gen 2 Sneasel. Sneasel.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
That's
Which
a
is
fact.
also in. Wait, is it?
Yeah, that was Gen 2. You got
No,
him like.
I mean an ice type.
Yes, also an
Isn't
Ice and Dark. Back before this, so he was completely unusable because that was back when Ice and Dark were both special types, and he had a high attack score. So he was completely unusable, but I loved him because he was an Ice type and he was a weasel. And he had like swords for hands or some shit like that. Gen 3 is Ruby Sapphire,
Yes.
right? Which I think brought us Cradily.
I don't know.
I
That
think
sounds-
so. Yeah.
yeah.
My little brother.
Cradily, who is probably my overall favorite Pokemon. Just because he is such
Birds.
a fucking baller. Holy shit, Cradily. He is just attached to the seafloor and headbanging 45 billion years ago. And then you get a fossil of him, and you bring him back to life, and all he wants to do is keep headbanging, and maybe use Confuse Ray sometimes. Also, how the, like...
People are nominating Medivac and Kaz for the one true pairing.
Oh, okay.
Herring.
OTP. It's a fan fiction thing.
Okay, so you did Generation 3. You need,
Gen 4 is Diamond Pearl. God,
Yes.
who's in Diamond Pearl?
A lot of repeats.
Let's see. I liked Weavile a lot from a... I guess...
Did you like Garchomp?
No.
Sizor?
Like... Oh god, Ludicolo is also
Ninjask?
Gen 3. Can we, like, promote Ludicolo to Gen 4? Or, like...
If you get to this point without like all the 5 things in the Magic Cross, those blocks don't break.
Oh.
Who was
the
even
only
in
thing-
fucking Gen 4? That was, like, let me bring up my
Garchomp.
Pokedex. Let me get my Pokedex. Hold on a second.
Just think of what Cynthia used against you. She highlighted
She had a,
the...
like a Milotic, Spiritomb, Garchomp. Which are all, like, Pokemon I like from, like, a competitive standpoint, but not just Pokemon I like.
I like
That's true.
I like Spiritomb just as a Pokemon because he's
Spiritomb
space face.
is, like, he's pretty cool, but like, I'm not even half as enthusiastic about Spiritomb as y'all are.
I like all ghosts.
Let's see.
I would be the ghost.
I like him
gym
because
leader.
he's space face.
Let's see.
Oh, mostly because he looks cool.
Maybe honorable mention also to Claydol, because that was the first shiny I caught.
I don't like Claydol.
Okay,
Throw away forgettable
let's
Pokemon.
see.
Carnivine.
Maybe Rampardos.
Oh yeah.
The Hell Tank.
The Hell
The Hell
Tank.
Tank.
Like, I'm looking through the list again real quick.
Like Fortress.
Oh, Magnezone! I flippin' love Magnezone.
Yeah.
No,
He's the disco. He's the disco guy.
Because I liked him both in a competitive sense and just in the way he looks, because he's just in disco mode
He's in
all
disco
the time.
mode, yeah.
So, voted Magnezone. He's basically the one Pokemon who's worth putting Flash Cannon on in the whole game. And then Gen 5,
Yeah.
which I haven't even finished.
Why not?
And that's it.
Because I got to the electric gym and beat it, and I was just worn out. Honestly, like, this is gonna seem maybe a little weird as my vote. Oh, that's right. Can I pick? Can I honestly choose between like Joltik and Sawaddle? Fucking Sawaddle.
I think Sawaddle would.
I think so. I think if the SD card in this phone is named Sawaddle, I think I like it better. You know what Sawaddle did? I catch a Sawaddle, and it's like, whoa, it already has like Bug Bite and Razor Leaf, and I go to the desert area, and like half my Pokemon are like weakened or whatever, and the fucking male rival jumps me, and Sawaddle literally one-shots 3/4 of his team. With just like stab super effective with chewing. He brings out that dark type cat. I'm like, Sawaddle, chew on. And he's like,
He's doing motions.
and he gained like 5 levels and
I
evolved
have
in
rid
that
the
fight.
city of Dracula's deadly curse.
There were
And it's
which
like,
city?
The city.
he's also super cute, and he's like, Leavanny is like middling at best in actual competitive play, but when you're playing through like the solo
and then
game.
it begins again because, you know, it's a Nintendo.
Levanti is completely fine, even though Buggrash is this massive
And there you go.
type weakness
That's
liability.
got
So
me
yeah,
too.
those are my favorite pokes from each generation.
Done.
Sawaddle.
I don't like Sawaddle at all.
That is Castlevania 2 done decently.
I don't like
rapidly.
bug type or grass type Pokemon.
I like bugs.
Like, I'm neutral to bug, I like grass.
My favorite from the 4th generation is the Firebug. Volcarona.
Now what?
No, that's 5th gen.
Do I kill
we
some
were talking
time
about
where you cook some?
Yeah, because that
No,
was
we
jump
cook.
out Black
Yeah.
Bug.
Yeah.
We
I meant to say
cook.
5.
Okay.
Yeah, we eat.
Yes! Fighting Team Galactic.
Team Galactic had way better music than whoever was in the Gen
Team
5.
Plasma.
Fuck those guys.
Team Plasma. Stupid. Everything about Team Galactic was perfect for.
Oh, and Team Plasma had these
Pokemon.
weird goals that didn't make any sense. Or whatever.
Oh right, they have a gen. That's their gimmick.
I'm proud that they engaged in the notion that there might be something wrong with the system of the world of
Yeah, but it
Pokemon.
was like with the exact opposite of the right attitude.
It was. And there was one person in the whole game who had the right attitude, and insane people shushed him immediately. You remember when you get to the electric gym leader?
No, I don't remember much.
Okay. Well, it's the part of the game where you get to the electric gym leader, and girl companion walks up, and her dad is like, "You stop this crazy adventure right now, you're gonna get hurt, you're a kid out on her own." But yeah, and then the electric gym leader, who is a supermodel pop star person, walks up and spouts complete nonsense.
Oh, this is a chicken from nowhere.
Convinces the dad figure that his girl is okay.
I almost made it.
Out on an adventure on her own.
I almost
made it.
Sword Primid.
Primates. That's a bomb.
Primates.
Next is the Eurobeat level.
Yes, it's a very good level.
With the UFOs.
Disco Panic Attack.
Yeah, it really is.
With the Magnezones.
A shoe. Pico shoe.
I want to know all about mixed martial arts, but not the boring kind like you see on pay-per-view.
Oh. This is street Pokemon, son. You don't give a shit about your tears?
Enjoy Cradley. Ugh.
I'm currently squelching the powerful urge to talk about competitive Pokemon.
Noodle squelch. I'll make you think of that instead.
Noodle squelch.
The noodle squelch.
She seems completely uninterested in you. Why do women do this?
I think it's a farce. And she's only 19, so,
Oh yeah, that makes it kind of weird.
And Jean's 23, but, I mean, in this world of apocalyptic landscapes and everything, society has yet to right itself.
Wait, Pokemon destroyed the world?
Pokemon what?
You had Pokeapocalyptic, you said.
Yeah, Pokeapocalyptic. Society has yet to right itself back to what it once was.
Yeah, okay. Which Pokemon did it, though? Or was it Pokeapocalyptic because all of the Pokemon were destroyed?
It's that one.
Oh, okay. That's kind of depressing. They wiped out 652 species.
It's a world where you cannot exist, really.
Am I a Pokemon?
No, but you're a person who probably would not be able to exist if there were no Pokemon.
Did I exist before Pokemon existed?
Yes, definitely.
I found a small hole in your argument.
Oh.
A small, me-sized hole.
You are rather small.
It's true, I am not large.
Anyway, got a little demon challenge here.
You're just showing off Samus's vulnerability.
She's a strong female character.
No, she's not. Adam said she couldn't be anymore.
What?
Adam does
Sounds
not.
way.
Adam does not authorize the use of strength.
Other than
Adam also does not authorize the use of surf.
May I strength? Sometimes there's a Bulbasaur.
That's not a Bulbasaur.
My statement remains correct.
It.
You go to hell.
It is correct. Sometimes there is a Bulbasaur.
This is not one of those times that you would see.
Rockets away.
Team Rocket.
the deadly spike trap.
The jelly spike trap.
Delibird spike trap.
It's a thin slice spike trap.
And away we go. Cook it. Cook the cube. Trio. Gun Trio. Disney's Doug Trio.
Disney's Gun Show comic. This is Sonic Generations, the 20th anniversary Sonic game.
Obviously, you're gonna have. Oh lord. You have to fight him as both Sonic and Classic Sonic.
Hunter. Whoa.
What are you doing?
Um,
Why are you touching these little blue things?
You
What
collect-
did they ever do to you?
Well, you have to collect them because they're
Why
lost.
are you collecting? Wait, are they Pokemon?
No, but they're
Then
lost.
why the hell would you collect them?
Because they're lost and they need your help.
Are they Pokemon?
Daddy, they're lost. Daddy, they need your help, Daddy.
Like chows.
I like it better if
Even
Sonic
know
was
that.
wearing a hard hat and a
Pokemon.
utility belt while going through the stage.
Oh, I guess that's from above then. There we are.
Jigglypuff.
Ooh, what kind of entertaining stuff are we gonna put on the 4 screens while the credits play?
What if I do RGB.Swift on all 4 screens?
No.
At slightly different intervals.
No.